is Robert Heidt, President and CEO of the Glendale Chamber of Commerce, and welcome to Good Morning Glendale. Today, I have the privilege and honor of sitting down with Lisa Baker, who is also a board member of Glendale Chamber, a alumni of the Glendale Citizens Police Academy, and is a realtor by profession. So welcome, Lisa. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Robert.
So I said a few things about you, but clearly I wasn't able to tell everything. So why don't you share with those who may not know who Lisa Baker is, just a little bit about yourself.
Right. Well, I grew up here in the Glendale area, and I got my real estate license actually back in '99. My husband's work traveled us around a little bit, Maryland and Nevada. And once our daughter was born, we decided to move back to be around family and just decided to make Glendale our home again. And I volunteer with the Citizens Police Academy alumni of Glendale, the Women's Club, and I also do some more volunteering with the Community Development Advisory Committee and things for the City of Glendale, in addition to the Chamber.
Very nice. So tell us, real estate obviously is very hot in the market and in the country right now. Certainly our community, our county is seeing an rise or uptick in home values. Not enough inventory. What got you started in this industry?
You know, my background's always been in housing of some sort, and so it was always really interesting to me how people live and where they live. And in my background, everything from managing concierge and residential services for wealthy residents and multi-million-dollar homes, worked at a resort, ran a welcome center for a developer of a big mixed-use community. But I worked for apartment complexes, landlords who took housing vouchers and ones who didn't, and I was a landlord myself. And housing and shelter was always at the core of what I was interested in. And I'm really passionate about, you know, where people live and that people have a home.
Very nice. So what are you seeing out there in working with your clients and your other real estate professional colleagues in our market right now?
Well, you know, we're seeing obviously the shortage of inventory. Buyers competing, multiple buyers, multiple offers. It's really pretty brutal out there for buyers right now. And it's not just a local issue. The National Association of Realtors just released the May statistics that year over year, there was a 23.6% year over year increase from May of last year to May of 2021. So the skyrocketing values and the shortage of homes, it's a nationwide issue. So it's happening everywhere.
So are you finding that the folks who are successful in these bidding wars, so to speak, are already well qualified? Are they cash buyers? Are they out of state folks? Are they investors? What are you seeing? What's the pulse of it?
You know, a little bit of everything. Definitely, if you're not a cash buyer, you have to be pre-qualified and have to be well qualified, and have to really have their ducks in a row to be able to hit the ground running. Some of the things that people are doing to be competitive with their offers is shortening their inspection periods and things like that. So you have to be able to hit the ground running if you get that offer accepted, because you've got a shortened timeline. And you're competing against cash buyers. And we have investors, we have home buyers, we have people coming from everywhere. So it's a little bit of everything, but definitely if you aren't a cash buyer, you have to have everything lined up and ready to go. And just know that it's going to be a process.
Gotcha. Well, I definitely think that for those that are in the market right now buying a home, they've got to be on their A game. And right now it's the seller's market. So those folks that are selling are kind of in the driver's seat to some regard, and we see it flip the other direction. Before long, it could be the complete opposite, where again, it's unique to watch your industry.
It is.
Go ahead. Sorry, Lisa.
I was just saying, one of the things that's contributing to our shortage too is that a lot of sellers can see how competitive it is for buyers. And so they're a little hesitant to sell their home too, because they don't know if they're going to get caught up in a bidding war and not be able to buy their new home so they can move forward.
Yeah, it's tough. So the interesting thing is you definitely are very, very active. One thing I like about you, and if folks don't follow you through social media, I know you post some really cool homes. You're kind of a novelist of finding these quirky homes and and unique designs, and you're very commentary like, hey, check out this room or check this out. So you find the unique of your industry and you bring it to life. They may not be homes in our area, but it certainly are conversation starters. You've caught a few that caught my interest when you posted them. So what makes you go out and try to find that unique gem anywhere in the USA that's kind of that conversation talker about a home or a room within a home?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm an ex-architecture student, and I am a history geek, and I am always on the lookout for something that is cool or unusual or beautiful, something one of a kind, anything that I think, oh my gosh, I've never seen this before, and I just want to share it with people. And sometimes people are like, okay, but it's just exciting to me, just there's so many things that are out there. And so I'd love to find something that's unique and interesting and then share that.
No, I think it's great when you post some of those things and just seeing the differences that are out there, because no two homes are the same. So,
yeah.
So let's talk about, again, your engagement in the community. You are involved with the Women's Club, as you said. You're involved with the Citizens Police Academy alumni, very, very involved in that. You volunteer with the city of Glendale. You are also a great part of the Glendale Chamber of Commerce. So what gets you motivated to be involved and as immersed as you are within our community?
It's just, I found just a sort of, in addition to my real estate and everything, I found a new passion in public policy. About 5 years ago, my husband sent me an email, something he saw, Glendale University 101. And he was like, oh, it's like different locations of the city and inner workings and behind the scenes. And it sounds like something you'd really dig. And so I went and I loved it. And just, there's so many things to learn and know and how everything is connected. And I found that I've been able to, I'm not to any great detail, but feel like I'm contributing a little bit, even for housing issues, community issues, things like that. I'm able to, combine some of my passion to feel like I'm making life, a little bit better, hopefully one day for, my neighbors and my future neighbors.
Very nice. So what would you say has probably been the most eye-opening that you've learned through your volunteer engagement in, understanding better the needs of the community versus, what the attributes are?
Wow, let's see. Just how connected everything is, I think, was really the biggest eye opener to me. Part of the Community Development Advisory Committee is going over grant applications that we receive for the CBG funds and home funds and ESG, and seeing all the different programs that come in looking for funding and reading over all of those things. And of course, then we make recommendations to the council. And just seeing how things like programs for homelessness and financial literacy and housing, and it's just how everything is all connected. And then, sometimes there's unintended consequences, but yeah, that's really been the most eye-opening, and being out there talking to the people who are providing the services and the people who need the services. Because sometimes you get an idea of, well, this could solve a problem, but without talking to the people who are on the ground, that's really, you have to really get in there and get the conversation going.
So it sounds like, and I don't want to answer this question for you, but you certainly probably have a lot of goals and ambition, but it seems like you love to create an impact. So beyond this impact that you're making in the community that you live and serve, what is your goal around all that give back that you do? Because in life, we have so much time between our professional endeavor, you've got your home life, and then that civic opportunity to give back. What motivates, or what's Lisa's goal to do all that?
Housing for everyone. I mean, that's really it. And I say that not just as a realtor, but also, I'm wanting people to have home ownership, but not everybody wants to be a homeowner. And also from a public policy perspective, helping people buy a home, but finding partnerships for assistance. And it means advocating for housing, and shelter for all residents. Housing options should be diverse as our community, and there needs to be something for everybody. And, of course, working to ensure equity and inclusion for all of our residents, getting rid of barriers for discrimination, enforcing anti-discrimination policies, just housing for everyone, period. I know not having a roof over your head is not really enough. There has to be quality of life and all of that. So along the way, amenities, services, building a sense of community, but housing for everybody. That's always come at the forefront of my focus. It's my background. It's what I do.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. Everyone deserves a nice place to put their head at night and a safe home to live and raise their families. So I agree with you on that. So you obviously are a Glendale Chamber member, and we thank you for your support. You got involved with us through our Public Policy Committee, which I believe you currently serve on, and we're grateful for your input and guidance in that area. And now recently, at the beginning of this year, you joined our board of directors. So you've gotten more involved with us at the Chamber. What would you say has kind of motivated you to be more engaged with the Glendale Chamber, and or that you would say to anyone out there that isn't connected to us as an organization?
Well, I tell you, it's the partnerships, the community, the individual business owners, and the group that they make up. It really is the relationships, and we're talking about having an impact, and you can't do it alone. So you need other people, and just working with everyone else, and truly the relationships and the people that I met with the Chamber it's just compelled me to be more and more involved. I just want to do more and be in more because it's such an important part of our community. And I can't say it enough, just how important the Chamber of Commerce is and how awesome you guys are. But seriously, just the level of engagement and the people and the relationships, it's pretty amazing. I definitely didn't know what I was in for, and it was awesome.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, and it is about relationships, and we can't do it alone. And we're better because of folks like you who not only engage with our organization, but also are giving back in the community. Because again, it takes a village, and it takes all of us to come together and build those relationships to move things forward. So thank you for that. One thing I'll mention is we will have launched by the time we are having our conversation today, our Shop Glendale AZ promotion, which I know you were a winner of.
Yes.
So just so you know, that is another program that we're going to launch at the end of the year, and you're proof in the pudding to shopping and supporting locally and winning the $100 gift certificate. Do you care to say anything about that as someone who actually did it and won? Where someone says, I don't know anyone who wins. We're talking live with someone who has won, and I think you were a multi-week winner.
I was. I was. I love to shop local, and I love supporting our local businesses. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I know it was open actually to all Glendale businesses, so not just local businesses. But yeah, I did. I won multiple times, and it was basically just doing what I was always doing, but taking pictures and just participating in the program for doing what I was already doing, and I was rewarded for that. So definitely encourage everybody. It's a great feeling when they hand you that gift and you're like, oh, more shopping.
Well, we can't thank you for that, because again, it will now run through the rest of this year. And
Right.
so each week we'll pick another winner for a $100 gift card to a Glendale business. And you were a past winner, so hopefully you'll be a future winner as we're moving along in the rest of 2021. So good luck to you.
Thank
very
you
much, Lisa. And again, before we wrap up today, is there anything that I didn't ask you about that you'd like to share that is about you, what you do, the impact? I mean, you're definitely more involved than most. You're at the pulse of what's going on, which is great. As a chamber, we love when we are connected to people like you, because you are involved, you get up, you connect, you voice your opinion, you bring your resources to the table, you bring your wisdom to the table to continue that conversation forward. And so again, we're forever grateful for that. But I'm always remiss if I didn't ask you something that you did want to share with everyone out there in the chamber world, or whoever else may be watching today.
Well, just that I really enjoyed growing up here in Glendale. I mean, my dad was a small business owner all the time I was growing up in Phoenix. I grew up in Glendale, and I just really enjoyed it growing up here. And I'm proud that my daughter has the opportunity to grow up here too. And I mean, it's a different Glendale than it was back in my day, but really it's the people that make a place great. And that can be said for the city, for a community, for an organization like the Chamber. I mean, it really is about the people and the relationships and that sense of community. So, I'm hoping that she'll share in some of my childhood experiences while she's developing her own and just grow up with the love of Glendale, that I have. I mean, it sounds corny, but it's true. So it really is. It's the people, and it's the same reason I'm with the Chamber and that I volunteer and just trying to make a contribution. It's the people that make it great, and it's certainly great.
Well, who knows, Lisa? Maybe one day when we're both retired, she'll be involved in the Chamber.
Right?
So who knows?
That
And then
would be
you'll be able to
great.
tell her, remember when.
Right. That would be awesome.
Well, we definitely are better for folks like you engaged in our chamber and our community that are as knowledgeable as you are in your industry. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. And, always know that we're here to be a great support to you. And I can't thank you enough for all your support.
Thank you. Thank you for your leadership and for just running such a great organization. It's really proud. I'm truly proud to be a part of.
Thank you, Lisa. And with that, we want to thank everyone for tuning in to this edition of Good Morning Glendale, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Bye.